Yeah, sorry, Adam from the Brunch Hour and the Courier. You're talking about your website and your design and all that thing. Just in relation to speculation that Dougal was involved in an incident with cast members from the TV show Play School. It's alleged that you put across some quite racist chants against Noni Hazelhurst, I think her name is. Can you confirm or deny that?
Look, I'll feel this one.
Sorry, actually, I was Dougal that one. But
Dougal's a bit embarrassed. Look, Noni knows how we feel. Okay, she's been a hater since day one, and she knows how we feel about her, and we're not going to back down. But we actually can't field that question because it's before the courts. So
but racial slurs.
Noni Hazelhurst, she knows she's old, she's fat, and stuff like that. So she knows how we feel.
Jesse, you're next. Did you hear that last comment? You were texting. No, I want you to respond to what John just said. She's old and she's fat.
That's defamation.
Come on, Tessa. Right. Tessa from Horse and Hound.
What?
Is that even legal?
Tessa from Queensland.
Have you googled if anything else, if LTF stands for anything else? Like, you never know. It could be some like totally bad thing.
Are you
No.
Yes.
No, I actually Google searched LTF before we decided on the name, and apparently it doesn't stand for anything at the moment.
Losers take fruit.
Okay, Michael.
You were young.
I thought.
This question's for John.
But anyway.
Yeah, John, I work, as you know, that you're currently signed to a multi-million-dollar contract with James Studios. What would you bring to James? What would you bring back to James Studios since you guys have got the new website and Channel 31 coming up?
Look, every company needs a face for their brand, and look at this. Like, you can't get a better face than that. So you want more and more money coming into the studio. Put my face in a billboard, and there you go.
And it was actually pointed out to me that instead of John paying James Studio $1 million a year, he actually gets paid $1 million a year.
That's actually what he said. So there you go.
Just clarifying that.
Yep.
Next question.
Okay, any more questions? I want to hear someone ask a question about the player who's just come out. That's significant for the AFL.
Not an AFL player, but he does play the game.
Doesn't matter. It
Plays for Yarra Glen.
It will start. Okay, Jackie?
Do you think other players will hesitate to tackle him now, knowing that if they're homophobic?
Well, look, it's interesting because I was having a discussion with Jason Ball last night, and he was all over the media over the weekend because he's now this country's first footballer to announce that he's homosexual, and he's actually pleading for more AFL players to start out and coming in and admitting their homosexuality status. Jason will actually be joining us in the studio for Let's Talk Footy, not this Thursday, but Thursday week, to discuss being a gay footballer and his weaknesses and strengths, and any difficulties that he has. So we really can't comment any further on Jason until he comes and talks to us.
Rosie?
Do you support or are you against gay footballers?
We fully support them, We think everyone should be able to do what they want, and if footballers are no different, Dudes, what do you reckon?
Yeah, no, fully support gay footballers. There's a lot of speculation that nearly half the AFL population are gay players.
That's why they play.
It's why they play football. Thank you very much.
They're like contact.
It's like firefighters.
But John and I were discussing this yesterday evening, and both of us don't think that we will see an AFL player come out and admit that they are GAY until there's a big cultural change in the AFL, because they fear that abuse.
Do you think that's coming mostly from the media? Like, obviously you two work on a radio station. Do you see other media networks maybe bringing that fear out in the players so they don't come out as often? Obviously, so this player obviously up here has come out, but do you think that the majority of the players don't want to come out because the fear of the media will surround them and attack them?
Probably one reason they don't feel comfortable coming out is because Jason Ackermanis will be right there to ridicule them straight away. So, look, when he ships off to another country or something, maybe they'll feel comfortable.
Going on more gay footballers, do you think that Jason Ball will be a big significant part? I mean, you guys remember Nicky Winmar lifted up his shirt in 1993 to show how proud he was to be an Aboriginal and how he's fighting against racism. Do you think that Jason Ball will do something significant like that to prove that his homosexuality and persuade more footballers to come out?
Look, I don't know what you're expecting from him. Is he going to drop his pants when he kicks a goal or something and just, I don't know, like, he can't really do much, can he? Is he not going to go up to one of his teammates and give him a big kiss on the lips?
And he's actually playing a grand final this week for Yarra Glen, so I know both of us wish him all the best.
I noticed John's got his phone out there. Are you tweeting some latest news on the website?
Yeah, you'll see that in about 10 minutes. Yeah. I can't reveal.
Iman.
Iman.
From SBS.
From SBS.
Yeah.
Question, please be honest with me. Do you agree that it's not really important for those football players to come out? Because for a heterosexual person, he does not publicly discuss his fetishes in the bedroom. What happens in the bedroom should stay in the bedroom. Is it important for other football players to come out? Do you believe that it's just clueless?
Well, the AFL have continuously said that they will support any player that comes out and admits that they're gay. We're fully supportive of it. I guess it just really divides them into their groups, really. John?
Is it a taboo to not agree with gays anymore? Is it like being popular is supporting gays? Do you believe that? Like deep down in your heart, do you really support gays? Because I believe from another press conference, Google, you expressed your concerns regarding being around the gay community at Joy FM at the very beginning. So, did you really change your mind about that, or is it because you just want to be in the zone and it's just because this is how it is, we should support gay people?
Yeah, it is true that when we started at Joy, I was a bit, hesitant going from straight radio station background to one involved with the gay, lesbian, transgender, intellectual, and queer community.
You were uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, I've since grown to fall in love with working with gays and lesbians. They're the friendliest people you can ever meet. For example, I don't want to name names, but I'll first name priority Dean. Who does a few shows also at Joy. Incredibly friendly man, jokes a lot. He's made me feel at home at Joy, which I'm really appreciative of. And I have considered, I'll announce publicly, first time I have considered turning gay for Dean because he's looking for a new partner, but nothing has happened there. He has made a couple of advances towards us and I've had to put him back in his place. We'll see what happens.
That really contradicts everything you said.
I guess
the current girlfriend Jessica's not too happy with it though.
And when did your current girlfriend turn into a girl?
She was a mail order.
Yeah, as soon as she came out of her mother's womb, mate, that's when she turned into a girl. When the mother and father had sex, mate.
Just quickly, that was a very good question.
It was.
Adam from the Courier, last
Adam
one.
from the Courier and the Brunch Hour.
Everyone listen, please, last question.
This conversation ultimately ends up in me asking this, and I'm going to take one for the team here. Are any of you gay?
Look, I'm not.
Why did you hesitate?
You possibly leave. No, look, I'm not.
No, look. In all honesty, the three of us are all straight presenters.
Doesn't often bode well with the listeners.
It was made out to us that Joy 94.9 management did mention to us that the only reason why we got asked to do this footy show on Joy is because they didn't have a group of three gay presenters come forward to the footy show. If three gay presenters came forward to the footy show and the straight presenters, like us three, Kale, John and myself, they would have given preference to the three gay presenters over us.
But don't you have a Gillian Hocking from the hospital?
Al Jazeera.
Is this from the Afghanistan Tribunal?
Deborah Smith.
Don't give away her alias.
At Cardboard Adventure.
Don't you have a female presenter at all?
We do have a female.
Danae Gibson is our queer voice.
She used to be the former station manager of Joy, and Danae comes in. She's a Fremantle tragic, the only one in Victoria. And she's been in Victoria for the last, how many years? Did you say 3 months? 3 years? 3 years, I think. But she comes in at 7:45 each week, and she provides her footy opinions of the week. She usually bores us to death with news of Fremantle Football Club in WA. But she comes in, she's a familiar voice that Joy listeners are used to hearing, so the audience interact with us when Danae's on the air.
And I'd just like to say, the radio show's coming along in leaps and bounds. Look, we had Ross Lyon and Ricky Nixon on 2 weeks ago. Eddie Maguire's coming on in a few weeks, and you know,
Billy Brownless this week.
Yep, Billy Brownless this week. So
with Luke Brennan, former Hawk and Swan, who is one of the AFL community education officers, who goes out and educates football clubs about homophobia.